What's up guys, NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. You're probably thinking to yourself, the fuck is this team? And you'd be right, I apologise for swearing. You'd also probably think to yourself, why are you in the naughty corner? I'm at AA's house, I was enjoying the space, the room that I had, and then out of nowhere, he throws me down here in the corner. So I've got a new setup, I'm working off a different computer, different monitors, had to set everything back up. I recorded the last episode, and you never guess what? The Elgato screwed me. And I think there's still problems with it. I already recorded one video from my main channel. Remember that problem I had a while back when I had my old computer at my main house, my own house, my real house, where the audio of the gameplay was out of sync with the gameplay and it was the Elgato's problem? I think this problem's here again. So if the audio of today's video is out of sync, I apologize. I built this team. Most of it is for upgrade reasons. Bellerin, Van Dijk, and Koscielny upgraded. Obviously, Courtois doesn't require fitness because he's a goalkeeper. Aguero is upgraded. We got the two blue boys up top who require no fitness. So it's only really Hazard, Toure, and Clichy require fitness. And in the last video, we looked at De Bruyne. He doesn't require fitness. He is a transferred Wolfsburg card, so he's there. So as you can see, I played one game in the last game. I just played a live game with this team. I changed the team, and I basically wanted to talk about the stop using La Liga, try new team things. I put a comment in yesterday's video, but I want to kind of explain it to you rather than putting it in comment form, because when I type things, like, even though I'm not trying to be rude or aggressive or be ungrateful, it sometimes comes across like that, and it comes across like I'm being arrogant, and that's genuinely not the case. So I just want to talk to you guys about that briefly as we go into another game. Now I need to give Clichy a contract. I'm probably not going to keep this BPL team for long. The team I came up against as well, by the way, guys, was so sick. It was like, I can't even show you, and I have no proof. Actually, I can get proof. Let me actually go and add the guy as a friend that I played last. How the hell do you see recent players? I think his name was like, yeah, Roxo, there we go. So there you can see, 4 hours ago is when I met him. Let's add him as a friend, because I want to show you the team that I beat, because it was amazing. And I beat the guy 5-3, I think, altogether. And it was a really fun game, and I'm so disappointed that I lost the footage, because I think you guys would have really enjoyed watching the gameplay. But as we're going into the game and let's take a look at this guy's team first. I should be able to see it through Threads, unless he's changed his team up or whatever. But yeah, it should be a possibility to see it. It might be interesting to see his record as well, just for fun, just to see, you know, just to see what happens with that, just to see if he's got a good record with a good team. Basically, throughout the video, I was actually explaining that it shows that you don't require single player. You don't require a good team or a good team doesn't make you a good player. So his team name there is Shake and Bake. Yeah, there you go. That is the team that he used against me. Actually, that's not the team that he used against me. He used a 4-3-3. He had Ronaldo at striker and Neymar at left wing. Yeah, so there you go. He's got the Neymar there. He had Neymar at left wing, Ronaldo at striker, Suarez in midfield, Bale also in midfield, and Iniesta wasn't in the team. I wonder if he's got like another team. Handicapped as fuck. That's the team he played against me. So this is the team that I played and beat in the episode that you're not going to see. It's an incredible team, and it was a really fun, really good game. And yeah, I was happy to have won it. But as we go into another game here, guys, we're in the final of the cup. Yes, I'm playing the cup. This team should play well. I had choices in midfield instead of Aguero. I could have bought like Rooney or Ericsson or an inform or something. But I went with Aguero because I actually rate him highly as a midfielder. It's interesting that we've actually got 3 Man City midfielders in the team as well. I think we've got like four Man City players actually. And we could have company in defence as well, because obviously I packed him and he's untradeable. But Koscielny and Van Dijk, Koscielny being an upgraded card and Van Dijk being a blue card, neither of them require chemistry. So I just kind of got them in there. Now, a few things I want to address. First things first, I like to my Ultimate Team series, this Road to Glory series, is to show you guys how to utilize coins and how to build a successful Ultimate Team account. It's not to show you what squads you should build, what players you should invest in. It shows you how you can actually achieve things within this game without spending real money. And, you know, the team that we've got right now, it's a nice team. We've got some big players, and it does well. You know, it does do well. So with that in mind, when people say use a different team, go buy Serie A team, stop using La Liga, like the short answer is no, because every time I change team, I lose money on tax. Not always. There have been quite a few instances recently, specifically where. Am I just going to walk this in? Yeah, recently where I've made profit from some players, especially with a lot of the team. Is that a goal kick? Whoa! Especially with the team of the season players, specifically the goal players, not so much. But in general, like, I'm losing coins every time I change team. So you guys, like, every time I post a video, I see in the comment section, new team. I can't keep buying new teams because it's just a waste of coins. The idea for this series isn't to waste coins; it's to make coins. It's to give ourselves the best opportunity to use the best players, and you don't get to use the best players by wasting your coins. It just doesn't happen. That's not how the game. Yo, can you get off of Hazard, please? This lag is causing me issues. So, if I'm going to use, like, for me, the idea is to win Division 1, build good teams, play with nice players, and have fun, right? That's the ultimate thing to it. And what I will say this as well, what a shot. It's not everyone that's saying this. It's a very small minority of people. You know, the videos get like 30 to 50 dislikes only, which, considering how many views they get, that's like a really good return. Oh my God, what a shot. Go on, Arnautovic. Yeah, that's a really good return considering how many views they get. You know, like most videos, like my main channel videos get like 3, 4, sometimes 500 dislikes. And, you know, the dislikes are the dislikes are usually more of an indication as to whether or not the video is doing well, more than the comments. Because the comments, sometimes people are just dickheads just to be dickheads. It happens, it's unfortunate. It's the whole anonymity of the internet and being able to feel like you can say something without there being any consequences, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So I know this is only a small amount of people, and a lot of you guys love this series. I know some people find this series boring because they use the same team all the time. If you find it boring, honestly, and I mean this with no disrespect, no malice or anything like that, if you find it boring, just stop watching. I don't want people to watch content that they find boring. I wouldn't watch content that I find boring. If I watch like a YouTuber or a streamer, and for me their content gets a little bit boring, do you know what I do? I stop watching them, because it's not fair on me to impose my will on what I think they should do when they've got potentially thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of people that are enjoying what they do and don't have a problem with it. So, you know, like, I'm not really going to like start changing everything I do, everything I've learned, everything I have, just because a few people in the comment section don't like La Liga teams. And yeah, La Liga teams can be quite boring. It's not like La Liga isn't always the thing for me. Like last year, as if Diego Costa has done that. Last year for me, Bundesliga was the place to go. Bundesliga just had the best players, the best teams, the easiest to pick up. You know, like they had like so many good cheap players. The year before, I think FIFA 14, it was BPL. The year before, I think FIFA 12 for me was Serie A, just because of the 5-star skillers that they had in abundance. It's not like I use, you know, La Liga every single time, every single year, and there's like always comments, like not always comments. There's some comments that just really frustrate me, that are just so negative because I'm using La Liga. Oh, change teams. Nick 28T does this, that, and the other. Now, I love Nick. I've got a good friendship with Nick, and I think his Poor Man's Road to Glory is brilliant. I really rate it. I respect it. I respect what he's done with it. I'm not Nick. My aim isn't to play with as many players as possible and have loads of different teams and this and that. My aim is to show you how to build a successful Ultimate Team squad or a successful Ultimate Team account without having to put anything but time into the account. And that's where I'm at. So for those that say, oh, Nick does this and Nick does that, that's great. And, you know, again, kudos to Nick for being able to do that stuff without also putting money into the game. That's not how I play Ultimate Team. It's just not. If you want to watch that sort of stuff, go and watch Nick. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so what I like to do and how I like to play Ultimate Team is I like to build players' stats. I like to get players that end up with 100 goals or 500 games or 500 goals. You know, I like to use the same players over and over until I get to a point where I can upgrade them with a kind of a respectable upgrade. For example, upgrading Hesse to Neymar, yes. Upgrading Hesse to say Inform Carrasco, No, I'm not going to do that just because the upgrade for the coins isn't worth it. So whilst you guys may want different teams, for me, like, it has to be a team that I enjoy playing with and that I want to play with. Because if I start building teams that you guys want me to build, I won't enjoy this series and I'll simply just stop uploading it. I'm not saying I am going to stop uploading. I'm just saying, like, if that's what it comes down to, if it comes down to the fact that you either want different teams or no one's going to watch it, then I'll stop uploading it because the series at that point will be done. You know, nobody will be interested in watching it. It won't be getting the same sort of reception and respect that it gets. And whilst that's okay, you know, series run their course quite a lot. That's just not what it's not what I'm about. What I've done in this series so far, I have built a hell of a lot of different teams. I think people really forget and misunderstand that to get to where I've got to, I didn't start with a blue La Liga team. You know, I didn't start with this team. I've been through many players and through many teams to win all of those untradeable blue players. I had to build different teams for those. To win all of the new tournaments that come out, I have to build different teams for those. And sometimes they're based around my La Liga team, sometimes they're not. But ultimately, I need to build a team that I'm comfortable playing with and comfortable winning with, because that's what I'd expect of you guys. I wouldn't go around, around a friend's house and see him have his favorite Serie A team, and they'd be like, bro, Serie A's boring. Go and build a new team, because he'd probably be sitting there thinking, well, no, I win with Serie A. I like this team. I like these players, and I don't really expect and appreciate the abuse and grief, not really abuse, but the grief that I get just because I like La Liga players. It's very petty, it's very silly, and there's a lot of variety on this road to glory. That's a really nice ball. There is a lot of variety on this road to glory. There is. You maybe you're ignoring it. Maybe you don't see it. Maybe you didn't see that episode where I built a French team or built a Serie A team to win that tournament. Maybe you didn't see those episodes, but it's there. And then when people say build hybrids, like I got grief for building a hybrid in the last episode because a couple of players weren't on 10 chem and La Liga players were in that hybrid. Like, it's so petty, and for me it demotivates me to do this and play this series. Like, I don't have to play this series. I can't just do apps on this channel. You know, it's not, for me, it's not like if I stop playing this Road to Glory, that this channel is going to die. Because for me, this will just be the apps, which is kind of what I played, made the channel for in the first place, was just for apps. And I just thought, you know what, let me throw my Road to Glory on here. And the Road to Glory became so popular that I carried on doing it. So it's like, I want to give you guys what you want ultimately, which is why I built this BPL team. But this is my series. This is my vision of Ultimate Team. This is how I play it. And you guys have to decide if you want to watch to follow me and do what I do, or if you just want to watch because you enjoy watching FIFA content whilst you play FIFA, or if you want to watch because you like me, or if you're only watching because you want to see squad builders and stuff. There are channels dedicated to squad builders. There are channels dedicated to cheap squad builders, expensive squad builders. Everything you want, you've got on YouTube. It's already there. So, this Road to Glory, unfortunately, if you're looking for squad builders and things like that, that's not what I'm at. For those of you that have accounts that you've never put any money into and you change your team a lot, you probably don't have many coins, because the amount you eventually lose on tax over time reduces the value of your account to the point where if I was to change teams over and over and over, I would eventually have the team that I basically built to start the account with, which is a really cheap La Liga team, because it would all come down to the fact that I'd have to go back to using cheap gold players because I've run out of coins. And that's not what this series is about. I don't want to be at the end of FIFA and be like, yeah, I played with like 700 different players, but I've got nothing to show for it. I want to be at the end and be like, hey, this is my main team, and I've got 100,000 coins or 200,000 coins left in the account. So every time there's a new cup that requires a new team being built, I've got coins to build that. And that's what I've been doing recently. I feel like I built a team that I enjoy, that I wanted to play with. I didn't particularly enjoy that La Liga team too much, which is why I was happy to sell it, to be honest. I thought that went in, Jesus. But basically, for me, what I want is like a main team that I want to build stats on, and then a coin budget that will allow me to build teams for different tournaments. And that's what we've been doing so far. And the main team for me will be a La Liga team. It will have certain amount of blue cards, but not all blue cards, because like there were some players in that team that I just didn't like, and it's not that they weren't good, but for example, Benyat, he was decent. He was a good player to play with, and for 30,000 coins, you can't complain. You've got a team of the season player that's never going to require fitness. You know, he's got really good stats. He's got good free kick stats. In general, he's like a fantastic player. But I would just prefer the gold Modric over that team of the season Benyat. That's just how I am. That's who I am. And so when I go back to building my D1 team, it's going to be the La Liga team that I want. And whatever we've got left of coins at that point, that's going to be us building at that point let's go Lukaku. Let's hit him with the weave, the bob and weave. This has got to be a goal here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's got to be me building teams that we'll have fun with for a few games, and then move back to building stats. You know, like that. That's what I like out of FIFA. That's what I like out of Ultimate Team. I want to get a player to 100 goals, to 500 goals. I want to get like some of my bronze packed players to a special amount of goals. Like that bronze key that we've got on the bench, the team of the season that we packed. I think he was the first one that we packed, which is why I kept him above all the others. I want to get him to like an obscene amount of goals for no other reason than it's just fun. That to me is fun. Building stats on players, building kind of like a lore, if you know what that is, in like Yaya Toure, that's big. Building like a backstory and a history to the players, so that at the end of the year I can be like, hey guys, look at what I did with Hesse. I played 180 games or 300 games or 500 games with him, and he cost me 1,400 coins. I love that. I don't want to look at the end of it and be like, hey guys, I've only got 3 players left in the club, but I tell you what, I played with a lot of players. You know, I want to show history of the club. I want to build history. I want to show people that these stats and these players are worth something no matter what happens, no matter where you go from, and no matter where you get to. I tried to buy the penalty there. No, you know, basically I want to show that no matter what, you can finish up with like incredible stats and incredible cards and incredible players after putting nothing but time into the game. And by changing teams, and I know I'm kind of like reiterating the same point over a bit right now, by changing teams a lot, that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. Anyway, into this game, it's been a pretty fun game. It's been back and forth. Both keepers have made like some big saves, which is quite surprising. Like usually one keeper makes big saves and one keeper doesn't. But it seems like in this game, both... Come on, buddy, found me, I dare you. Oh, come on now. Yeah, it seems in this game both keepers made some big saves, and we finally got the breakthrough of Lukaku, and Yaya Toure scored that second goal. And that's why, like, you know, BPL is a good league. Like, there's a lot of good players in this game. Like, Yaya Toure is immense. The BPL teams that you can get are immense. I just don't like the players. I just, you know, I don't really care for Lukaku. I don't have, like, a personal connection to Lukaku. And whilst that may be silly to say because this is FIFA, I like to play with players that I like in real life, that I have like personal connections to, that I would love to like emulate careers of, and silly things. Is that foul, ref? Yeah. You know, I don't want to. I would genuinely rather play with that Ruben Castro card than I would rather play with. Than I would play with the team of the season Lukaku, because I just don't give a shit about team of the season Lukaku. I don't give a shit about Lukaku in general. He's a player that doesn't really interest me. His team of the season card, although is very nice, is not rewarding to me to score with. Like, I would much rather go and get myself that team of the season Aduriz and bang in the goals for him. You know, I would much rather have like Aduriz, Bale, and Neymar up front, and then sort the midfield out after that, than have like Sergio Aguero team of the season. Who I don't even know who the best BPL I don't even think there are many BPL good wingers, are there? Basically, I'd rather have like an average La Liga team than have an incredible BPL team, because I just don't care about the players. And that for me is important in FIFA, and maybe it's not important to you, and that's totally fine. Everyone has different ideas and ideologies of how they play FIFA and what's good and what's bad and what's important. But this is what I'm trying to say without trying to sound like a dick, but sometimes I just sound like a dick. It's my ultimate team. It's not your guys' ultimate team. And whilst I do take comments on board and I appreciate all the feedback you guys give, and I try to, you know, shape the series and shape the videos and stuff in a way that is obviously going to keep you guys entertained, at the end of the day, it has to be entertaining for me as well, because at the point where I'm not enjoying recording this is the point where I'm just going to be like, okay, this series will be done. This is it. It's over. The point where I pick the control, the point basically where I wake up and think, oh God, I have to go and record another Road to Glory. That's the point where I don't play Road to Glory anymore. Right now, I turn on the Road to Glory account. I'm like, yes, I want to go and get another goal, another game, another team, another player. I want to go and score some more, you know, sick goals. I want to go and improve this account more and show these guys what you can do even more. As soon as that kind of love for the series ends, this is over. And trust me, if I start just changing teams for the sake of changing teams and losing coins for the sake of losing coins, it's not going to be fun for me, which means it won't be fun for you. And what you didn't see, something that I showed in the episode that obviously I can't put live now because the footage didn't record, was the players that I sold to get this team. I lost so many coins on. Literally, like that Hutchinson, for example, I bought him for 30,000 coins. I sold him for 26,000 coins. Do you know why I bought him? I bought him because someone in the comment section kind of told me that this series is shit and it's boring and I should use this player and that player because that's who they use and it's fun for them. And so I bought players from the Turkish league that I didn't really like, I didn't really want, and I didn't really care to use. And then I sold them after 2 games and I lost probably about 15 to 20,000 coins on them. I lost the value of like a team of the season card just to play for 1 or 2 games with team of the season cards. It's stupid and it's a waste of coins, and that sort of thing will happen if you continually do it over and over. Now we end up getting a nice big win there, a 2-0 win, a goal from Lukaku, a goal from Torre. That guy was a good opponent. It was a bit of a crappy game just because of the lag. It's quite even by way of match stats. The lag probably played a big part and was one of the big reasons why he maybe conceded some goals. But I hope you understand, and I hope you don't think that I'm just sitting here complaining, because I'm not. I love this series, and once I get home, as I explained before, once I get home back to the UK, I'll have a hell of a lot more time to invest into this series so that I can go to doing the videos, the squad builders live. I'll show you a hell of a lot more of what I'm doing. Oh, that's a good pack, that is. Oh my god, that's a great pack. Bronze pack method. OP. These are going for like 1,400 coins, maybe even higher. 1716, 1716. I'm gonna list it for 1,400. Yeah, so you know, I'm not complaining, and I'm not really going to address the issue much. I just want you guys to know that whilst I do read and understand and appreciate your comments, this series is for me, and if you don't like it, it's, you know, it's too bad. Stop watching. Basically, that's about where we're at with this. But yeah, I'm going to open a few bronze packs just to end the video off. We get this West Ham player. So, oh wow, he's only there for 300 coins. So I'll list mine for 250. Who knows if he'll sell? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But the bronze pack method, man, it can be effective. It can be effective. It's the fitness cards right now, for some reason, their value has gone through the roof, and for me, that's obviously a good thing. Let me keep all of this. Now this pack is actually pretty trash. Some of those players might have sold, but there's a lot of like bronze informs in packs right now, which is why I'm happy to do the bronze pack method again. The fitness cards are worth a fair bit. The fitness cards in general sell. We'll keep him in the club. Yeah, the fitness cards in general sell. Even the regular fitness cards, the squad fitness cards are going for like 1,500 coins. The regular fitness cards go for 150, 200. There's obviously a lot of good bronze players that sell, and there's as I say, there's a lot of like informs and such. So yeah, it's you know, it's good opportunity to be able to make some profit here. And I might actually try a few of the bigger bronze packs. In fact, let me see how the silver packs are. 2,500 coins. So it's risky to open a silver pack for 2.5k, but there was a point in FIFA last year where it was effective. I can't remember how or why. Jesus Christ. What do we get? We get 1,200 just for discarding all of this. Oh, that kit is nice. Does this kit sell? 500, 300? Well, we'll get 250 for the kit straight away. This player might sell just because the Hungarians are going for a bit right now. Oh man. Oh, this pack. 4,400 coins. I'll list mine up for 2,000 coins and we'll just see if he sells. Actually, let's list him up for 2,500 so we make the value of the pack back. Now, this PSG guy, he might sell just because he's from PSG. We've got 1,100, 250. So there's quite a few of them there. 1,100, 250. 1300, 1300, 1700. There's only like 7 or 8 of him, and that one there for 250 hasn't sold. I'm gonna list him for like 700 and put him up for like 6 hours, just because once that one expires, he might be the cheapest one, so that he gets sold there. This guy might sell just because he's La Liga. There are none of him on the market. He is the only one there. I'm just going to list him for 150 start, 10k bin, and we'll see where we go from there. So Russian League 1. I don't think this guy will go for anything. Wow, there's only one on the market. Now, a lot of these players won't sell, guys, because people aren't interested in buying them, right? And I get that. But if somebody needed that guy right now but just didn't want to pay those many thousands of coins for him, they will buy my version. The same with this guy. 200 coins. We'll submit him. We'll list him up. Silver pack might just be OP, guys. If any of these players sell, we've made like good money. 350 for him. See, we can list him for 250. Maybe he sells, maybe he doesn't. We'll relist him a couple of times. If he eventually doesn't sell, we'll just discard him and get ourselves 110 or so coins back. 2 of him on the market, 8.2k and 1.8k. So we'll list him up for 1,000 coins and see if he sells. Now, I know a lot of people in the comment section last time I did something like this said, "Oh, my viewers buy the cards." You won't know which one of these are mine when you go onto the market, because although they're listed up for these prices now, if they don't sell, I'll relist them for different prices, and you simply won't see them on the market at the prices that I'm listing them for. Does that make sense? So it'd be very difficult for you to figure out which ones are mine and which ones aren't. We'll keep the manager and we'll keep the contract there. That pack was alright, and that is why last year the silver packs seemed to be really effective, because you got like a whole bunch of players and a whole bunch of consumables as well. If you got like a fitness card or something, you end up making a lot of money back. And the bronze packs, these ones could be effective as well, for the simple fact that you got like obviously a high chance of getting fitness card in, a high chance of getting informs in. The only problem with these ones is if you do end up getting kits and badges as your rares, you get screwed, basically. And we'll send these to send these players to the club. I'll discard the rest. I'll open one more of those packs as well. I don't particularly need the coins for anything right now, because I'm going to play a few games with that BPL squad. Hopefully the next tournament that comes out is an interesting tournament. We get ourselves a Boyle. So this is one of those ones where the packs, it's just a bit shit. It's a bit shit. We'll send those to the club. We still got 2,000 coins left. We unfortunately can't afford ourselves another silver pack right now, which is unfortunate, but we can go through a few more of these bronze packs and see if we get anything good out of them. We get ourselves Mayor. We get a training card. Now these training cards sell. Let's see how much they sell for. 450. Looks like we'll get 350 to 400 for it. Okay, so 200 bids. So we'll get 250 for these. I'll list it for 300 and hopefully someone will buy it. And that's a Spanish second division player, so we'll send those to the club. I've got a whole bunch of bronze players again. I'll try and list them and get rid of them eventually. I don't mind keeping them in the club for now, because on the occasions that if one of these new tournaments requires a player from an obscure league and I just don't have one, I could put, if I've got them on bronze versions of them, I could just put them on the bench and go and buy the golds and then put the bronze ones on the bench. I'll be okay with that, Like if the next one requires us to use Irish players, I've got some Irish players, and I'm very happy with that. So I don't mind doing it like that. It's not a problem for me, and we'll open a few more bronze packs. Probably one more. I don't think I'll get enough coins back to open another one unless we get something out of these. We get a rare left back. That's not bad players there. They might sell indeed. We'll send all of that to the club and we'll discard the rest. And this, guys, is going to signal the end of the video. So if you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.